Good morning. This is Tina from A Life Designed. I am coming to you today with some super helpful marriage advice. Advice that you are going to say, why did no one tell me this sooner? It makes such a difference in my life. It is going to help you eliminate so much needless stress and drama and hurt feelings. And the advice is watch your assumptions. Watch the assumptions that you make about the behavior of your husband. When he does something or doesn't do something, you might be making an assumption about what that behavior means. This is normal. This is human nature, right? And so for an example, a personal example that was from my marriage early on would be, when I was a young mom, home with the kids all day, waiting for him to come home from work and rescue me. He was supposed to be home by 6 o'clock. That was generally the idea. And there would be usually a call from him when he was on the way home to, talk to me. And so like on those days where that call didn't come until 6 o'clock, when I thought he would be home at 6 o'clock or even later, that really bothered me. It made me feel that he didn't respect me or care about me or think about me. And I thought it was rude of him. I thought, if you're expected somewhere at a certain time, you should let someone know. And so I made up a whole story in my mind about what that behavior of my husband meant. So the behavior was, let's just look at the facts. A fact would be, he said, I'll be home by 6. And then a fact would be, he didn't get home, just let's say 7. So those are the facts. And then when those kinds of facts happen to us, we make up a story about what it means. And so my story, and this is generally the story that you all are telling yourselves, is he doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about me. Otherwise, he would do the thing that I want him to do, or he would stop doing the thing that I want him to stop doing. And so what we want to do first is recognize I'm telling myself a story about my husband's behavior. And then you can do one of two things. You can choose to assume the best. Like you can just, if you can, flip your mind all the way to positivity and thinking about, I know he cares about me. Like I know that he cares about me and he's just working really hard, or something just came up. Like you could go all the way to making that kind of an assumption, or you could just shift into curiosity. You could be saying something like, I wonder what's going on for him. And I wonder why I haven't heard from him. And what I want you to notice is how you feel when you think each thought. When you think the thought, he doesn't care about me, you likely feel terrible. You might make you feel stressed or anxious or depressed or sad or angry or frustrated, all those negative emotions. But if you make the assumption that he just must be working really hard, he just must have got caught up, you can see that I can even feel it in my body as I'm talking to you. It's just a much more calm, peaceful place to be. And then the other option was shifting into curiosity. So if you were asking yourself, I wonder what's going on for him. I wonder what's going on there. That's kind of a more peaceful place too. Just curiosity, maybe even more acceptance of, the fact that he's running late. But it's not blame. It's not anger. And what it does is for you, it helps you feel better in the moment. It helps you control your emotions and control yourself and stay in a better place. And for him, it gives him grace and space and love. And even if he has made a mistake, grace is a beautiful thing. We make mistakes too, right? So we want grace and we want to give grace when those mistakes are made. And so it helps you individually to watch your assumptions. It helps your husband individually, and it helps your marriage. It creates less conflict. It creates more peace. And what a beautiful thing is that, right? Just think about, I don't know about you guys, but when my brain gets going down that negative road of like, why hasn't he called me? Why haven't I heard from him? Or whatever the situation might be, it's very, it's stressful, it's in my body, and it takes up so much mental space. Like no matter what I might be doing, then my brain is just ruminating on all of that negativity. And that's not healthy for any of us. And so to sum up this piece of advice, it is to watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts for the assumptions that you're making, for the stories you're telling it yourself about it. What are you making it mean? That's another phrase that I use sometimes with clients. What are you making it mean that he was late without calling, right? I just worked with a client the other day. It was such a beautiful conversation, actually. She was really upset with her husband, thinking that he should do more for her in their situation than he was doing. And as we talked, she actually realized that her hurt and her pain was from an incident that happened to her many, many years ago. And just something that they were going through in their life now was resurfacing it and causing her pain. But she was projecting it onto her husband and blaming him and saying he should be the one making her feel more comfortable. But when we were able to step back and really look at the facts of the situation and process what was going on, she was able to see that her husband wasn't the bad guy after all. And in fact, maybe he could help be her hero. So I hope that helps you to see that it is very powerful for us to watch our assumptions. We can make our lives so much better, so much less dramatic. And if you need help with that, because that's really the trick, is learning how to watch our thoughts. Working with a coach is a great way to do that, because I would be outside of your thoughts and you're thinking your thoughts and you're saying your thoughts like they are facts, but I can help you see, well, that's not a fact, that's just a thought. So like, what are we going to think about that then, right? So reach out to me. You can reply to this video or send me an email, tina@heisman.net. If you need help with that, I am happy to help you. Have a super day.